The Fortune 40 Under 40 list is our annual ranking of the most influential people in business under the age of 40.
There are a lot of factors that go into choosing our candidates for the list, but career trajectory, power, and influence are a big part of it.
Out of all the companies and organizations and startups out there, these 40 people, these are the ones to watch.
Some of the buzziest companies represented by people on the list are Facebook, Apple, Blue Apron, Goldman Sachs.
We've got one of the most diverse lists this year. We're really excited to release it.
So this list, unlike the Fortune 500, which is very metric driven, is really a look at candidates sort of holistically. We have people on this list that are doing amazing things across all sectors of the economy and even in pop culture.
Every person who appears on the list represents a symbol or an idea or a big trend.
Last year, we stopped doing repeats on the list, so perennials like Mark Zuckerberg are no longer on the list.
We're spotlighting people who are making a difference and whose names you may have not even heard of.
At the top of the list, we've got Brendan Bexhill. He is the CEO of Bexhill Corporation, which is one of the biggest construction firms in the US.
One woman that I'm particularly excited about that made the list is Bozoma St. John. She's really leading the charge of trying to turn Apple Music into this sort of next generation music subscription service for the company.
We have a few people from the political world this year, including Jake Sullivan, who is a top foreign policy advisor to Hillary Clinton, and if she is elected, he will likely hold a very senior spot in the White House.
From finance, we have Reddy from PayPal. He leads product there, and actually PayPal bought his startup Braintree, which has Venmo, which is the millennial crazy app that everybody's using to pay each other back and forth. Kyle
Vogt and Daniel Kahn, the co-founders of Cruise Automation. It's a self-driving car startup that earlier this year sold to General Motors for $1 billion.
One of the most interesting women on the list, I think, is Rachel Holt.
At 33, she is running all of Uber's North American operations.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, who has completely disrupted Broadway.
He created Hamilton, the hit musical. One of the reasons I think it's important to include him on this list is because there was a debate recently about whether to keep Alexander Hamilton on the dollar bill that he's on. Miranda increased Hamilton's profile so much over the past year. There was this resurgence of interest and people fought back and they actually kept him on the dollar bill.
This list is incredibly important because it highlights some of this amazing talent coming out of both big companies, smaller organizations, technology startups that will be the future generation leaders of the business world.
These people are going to really take us into the future. And I think that's more true now than ever before.
If you want to know what's happening in business, these are the faces that you need to know.